हम सब आपका इंतज़ार में ब्लूम एक्सपो की तरफ से सभी का स्वागत करते हैं। मैं मंच पर बुलाना चाहूँगी जो कि अपने उत्साहवादी शब्दों से हम आप सभी का स्वागत करेंगी।
Good morning and a very warm welcome to the second edition of Bloom EdTech Expo, Central India's most significant education technological event. I am truly honored to stand before all of you and host this remarkable event. The Bloom EdTech Expo serves a bridge between the education sector and the innovative companies from India that are transforming the way we learn and teach. The platform is not just an exhibition, it's a vibrant nexus where schools and education-focused companies come together and forge valuable partnership and explore the new horizon in learning. I am thrilled to announce that this year we have chosen Raipur, the heart of Chhattisgarh, as a backdrop of this exciting event. Raipur's rich culture, heritage and vibrant educational landscape make it the perfect host city for this endeavor. Our event promises to be a hub of knowledge and expertise as we honor to welcome renowned educators and experts who will share their valuable experience. They will illuminate the expo with their insights, offering fresh perspectives on ever-evolving world of education. In addition to the thought-provoking discussion and networking opportunity, we have curated a series of workshops that delve in the burning issues of education facing today. These workshops will provide a platform for deep, meaningful conversation, problem solving, assuring that our event is a lasting impact on education landscape of India. Moreover, we believe in recognizing and celebrating the excellence in education that while we will be honoring the remarkable companies and the schools that have made outstanding contribution in the field of education. Their dedication and innovative approaches deserve to be acknowledged and celebrated. Now, none of these would be possible without the participation and support. We invite you to join hands with us to make the second edition of Bloom EdTech Expo an even greater success than the first one. Your presence and engagement are essential in shaping the education's future. So, let's embark on this education journey together with the enthusiasm, curiosity and sharp commitment to excellence. Thank you for being here and here's to success of Bloom Edition, Bloom EdTech Expo 2.0. Thanks everyone. Now I request Rajiv Bhaiya, President of CGPSM in Chhattisgarh, to come and I'm handing over the stage to him. Thanks.
सभी उपस्थित स्कूल संचालक, पैनल डिस्कशन में शामिल अतिथि, SCRT के NEP कोऑर्डिनेटर श्री आलोक शर्मा सर, मैं वाइस चांसलर श्री पीयूष कांत पांडे जी को बोलूँगा कि वो स्टेज में अपना स्थान ग्रहण करें। मैं आपका इंट्रोडक्शन दूँ सर। अब इसके बाद डॉक्टर पांडे का कीनोट एड्रेस होगा, उसके बाद हम विधिवत सारे सेशन चालू करेंगे। ब्लूम जो इस वर्ष इसका दूसरा साल है, उसमें मैं आप सभी का स्वागत करता हूं। और इस बार भी जो हमारे वर्कशॉप हैं वो पिछले साल के वर्कशॉप से अलग हैं। जो पहला वर्कशॉप है नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी पे है, दूसरा रोबोटिक्स एंड आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस एजुकेशन इन स्कूल्स पे है, टेक्नोलॉजी इन क्लासरूम ट्रेंड एंड प्रेडिक्शन है। उसके बाद सेकंड सेशन जब चालू होगा, दूसरा सत्र चेंजिंग पैराडिग्म ऑफ टीचर ट्रेनिंग, ये दूसरे सत्र का पहला वर्कशॉप है। इफेक्टिवनेस ऑफ प्ले पेडागोगी इन अर्ली इयर्स, ये इसका आज के सत्र का आज के दिन का पहले दिन का आखिरी वर्कशॉप है। उससे पहले हम स्वागत करते हैं डॉक्टर पीयूष कांत पांडे, डॉक्टर साहब एमईटी यूनिवर्सिटी के वाइस चांसलर हैं। मैं उनको बहुत धन्यवाद दूंगा कि उन्होंने अपना समय निकाला हम लोगों के लिए। सामाजिक रूप से काम करते हुए हम लोग लगातार राज्य सरकार से मांग करते रहे कि जो हमारे वाइस चांसलर हैं, जो हमारे मुखिया हैं सारी यूनिवर्सिटीज के, सरकारी यूनिवर्सिटीज के, वो कम से कम छत्तीसगढ़ के होने चाहिए। मांग लगातार होती रहती है क्योंकि अब यूनिवर्सिटीज जो है, प्राइवेट यूनिवर्सिटीज, सरकारी यूनिवर्सिटीज बहुत हैं, लेकिन सरकार ने हमारी नहीं सुनी और अधिकतर वाइस चांसलर जो हैं छत्तीसगढ़ में बाहर के हैं। सबसे पहले तो मैं वीटी ग्रुप का बहुत धन्यवाद दूंगा जो उन्होंने छत्तीसगढ़ को चुना। छत्तीसगढ़ में उन्होंने अपने यूनिवर्सिटी की स्थापना की। अगर मैं गलत नहीं हूँ तो शायद एमईटी का एक स्कूल भी है। स्कूल वाले जो इनके स्कूल को जो देखते हैं मेरे संपर्क में हैं, हमारे एसोसिएशन के संपर्क में हैं। लेकिन मैं एमईटी यूनिवर्सिटी को एक चीज के लिए और धन्यवाद दूंगा कि उन्होंने छत्तीसगढ़ के माटी पुत्र को अपना वाइस चांसलर बनाया। डॉक्टर पांडे की शिक्षा दीक्षा पूरी छत्तीसगढ़ में हुई। ये स्वयं भिलाई के रहने वाले हैं। अभी मेरे से इससे पहले मिलने का हमारा सहयोग नहीं रहा, लेकिन आज मैं जब हम इनॉग्रेशन सेरेमनी में थे तो मैंने जो ब्रीफ बातचीत की डॉक्टर साहब से, क्या होता है कि किसी भी राज्य का, किसी भी क्षेत्र का एक पर्टिकुलर कल्चर होता है, वहां के लोगों का एक चीजों को समझने का, उनके जीवन शैली का एक तरीका होता है। बाहर के जो विद्वान वाइस चांसलर बनते हैं वो विद्वता में किसी तरीके से कम होते, ऐसा नहीं है, लेकिन लोगों की जो समझ होती है, जो लोकल समझ होती है, वो शिक्षा दीक्षा में बहुत मायने रखती है। हम सभी स्कूल संचालक छत्तीसगढ़ के डॉक्टर पांडे का स्वागत करते हैं और बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देते हैं जो आज उन्होंने समय निकाला। डॉक्टर साहब के स्वागत के लिए मैं गोविंद जी को बुलाऊंगा। गोविंद जी पुष्पगुच्छ से डॉक्टर साहब का स्वागत करेंगे। डॉक्टर साहब अब ये माइक आपका, स्टेज आपका। हम चाहते हैं हम सभी को आप आशीर्वाद दें अपने आशीष बच्चों से।
First of all, I'm very grateful to Rajiv Gupta ji for giving such a wonderful introduction of mine. I really belong to Chhattisgarh because I was born in this city of Raipur only. Briefly, I'll tell you, I had my education, early education in the Ravi Shankar University. I did my first PhD from there. Second PhD I did from Indore. And those who might not be knowing, in fact, I was the founder faculty of BIT, Design Star Technology, which you all know in the technical field. It was one of the leading organizations, even today it is. And I was also the founder principal of the BIT Raipur also. Later on, obviously, to have more exposure of the other states, I went to Jaipur, and there I was the Dean of the Indian Institute of Health Management Research. And obviously, Gupta ji ne aisa kaha ki calling of the soil is always very strong. And the COVID was also there. So those two things rather motivated me to come back from Jaipur, though it was a wonderful place. But I thought Raipur is still a better place because it's a place where I belong to. So I decided to come back and presently MIT. As you all know, one of the, I shouldn't say from myself, but I know very few universities are really quality awareness, quality in the sense of all respects, as far as education quality, as far as the infrastructure, as far as the support to the development of the student. And it is not a small thing that we are one of the India's most leading innovative and research-oriented university. We are having 14 campuses in India. 14 universities are there in India, around 16 abroad. So with that as a number of universities we are having. And today, when I got the invitation from Rahul ji, first of all, it's really a proud pleasure for me to be interacting with so many good faces. I know Dr. Mamta Shukla when I saw her there, and really I can Gupta ji also have. So many faces are there, and so first of all, I'm very thankful to Mr. Rahul Jain, Neha Jain and Bloom this one to have invited me for this wonderful expo. And I certainly feel at this moment when I am asked to give a keynote address, then I'm remembering one of the quote of Albert Einstein, wherein he had proclaimed, the only thing that interferes with my learning is my education. Now something is, different kind of proclamation. The only thing which interferes with my learning is my education. So I was really thinking that why did he make this comment? And then certainly, as all of you are educators here, I can understand, I know that all of you are holding and leading the very important schools and other education institutions. We all know throughout the last century, and particularly during the COVID, the technological developments have been taking place a lot. Huge amount of technological, you can say, developments are taking place. As I know the education system of Chhattisgarh as well as India that way very well, and abroad also because of my exposure to European and American system. As you all must be knowing that the standardized school system which we have been following is having certain positive aspects, not that it is totally useless, but it needs to change with the changing paradigm of the time also. Because what really is happening, for example, suppose a student spends 8 hours in a day in the school, let's say 3 to 4 hours again for the homework, and 1 to 2 hours again for, let's say, extracurricular activities. Then where is the time for him? He'll become totally exhausted. And you all know that what is really happening, that many times the education system, though changes are taking place, I'm not saying that everything is bad, but till some time back, if you look into it, you will find that our education system had become more kind of a rote learning. The student had to read something, not learn, remember it, convert into the paper, pass it into the examination paper, and that was the end of it. So as a result, what had really happened, that good number of students are coming and were coming and are coming still, who have mastered the art of passing the examination. They may be scoring very high in the examination, very good grades they may be obtaining, but if you conduct the same examination, once they have topped your school examination, if you conduct the exam again, let's say after 2 or 3 months, on the same topic, the same matter which was there, and try to test their recall of the subject, I can guarantee you will be astonished to find out that recall is very, very poor. In fact, a research has been conducted that says that more than 50% forget about 90% of whatever they have learned. So it means what really is happening, the system which we had been following, if we don't change, and our school system may not promote the real student growth. Because that is only remembering is not, and that's the reason that most of the IMs will be knowing, that even including our IM Indore, we started this practice. That earlier the admission to IMs used to take place on the based upon the CAT percentile. 99.99 used to be the cut-off point. Initially, a good number of students could pass with a very high percentile. But when they came as a student, they were not good students. They were not coming out as a big, proper business managers. They were not very successful. And then the IMs realized the way of selecting the student based upon the percentile of the let's say, examination, any selection examination is not correct. That's why now lot of changes have been brought in. Now CAT percentile plays a role, but it doesn't play the sole role. Now the other skills, for example, the group tasks, the behavioral skills, the group discussions, the personal interactions, those have been given almost equal importance to that of the percentile. So now what does it mean? That now only students scoring very high percentage and clearing only the competitive examination is not the end of it. So if we want to excel in our student to really excel in the life, then what we are required to do? We have to change the paradigm. We have to change the way we have been teaching, and that is where what I feel that technology can be coming to some role. I'll give you one more example. Google. You all be knowing that Google is one of the best employer in the world. Every year, the Google receives around 20 lakhs application every year for getting the job into the Google. Out of those 20 lakhs, you know how much is the selection? It's 4,000 only. They hire only 4,000 people in a year. So when selection rate is only 0.2 percentile. 2% are selected out of those who have applied. तो जो 0.2% होते हैं उनमें क्या क्वालिटी होती होगी? जो 0.2% गूगल लेता है हर साल, one of the best job in the world हम कह रहे हैं, जो which is the most sought after job for Indians also. हमारे अपनी कंट्री में गूगल is one of the best that way pay master and whatever is right now. So who are the students who get selected for those 0.2% positions? GPA, I mean CGPA basis में 10 CGPA, 10 या 5 या 4 whatever is our scale, और 99.99% is वो select होते होंगे क्या? But normally you will think that they might be getting selected, but no, that's not that. The Google says, in fact, the person who is in charge of the people's operation of the Google, he says that the Google does not use the test scores and CGPA marks. They do not use it at all. They say that we determine, instead we employ the people with a high cognitive abilities. And what is cognitive ability? That is the students who are able to think first. We need the students who are able to think and those who have determination to solve a problem. Only these two things Google looks for. That is, number one is there is the ability to think, and the second is those who have the determination to for the problem solving. So now the question arises that do we employ these kind of things in our school education also? Because ultimately schools are the place which are the who produce the talent, and we at the university we only polish them. The foundation comes from schools only. So unless a good quality input is coming, obviously no university can do wonders. And as I said, only the test marks, only the marks in the examination and the percentile is not the end of it. We need to find out the way that how can we make our students to really to ability to learn. Learning for learning's sake is required rather than learning for remembering sake. That is the one most important paradigm what I feel we need to change, because that skills are really missing over the years, and this problem is becoming more and more acute. And that's why, as I said, that that our education system, which earlier it was designed, we were designed to provide the factory workers, factory engineers, factory, that kind of industrial system. We were oriented from the industrial system. But now it is no longer that system. You all know that whole world is changing very fast, and particularly COVID has brought even faster changes. You might remember before COVID हमको जो online में class लेने वाला concept अधिकांश लोग को नहीं मालूम था, but आज किसको नहीं पता. I'm sure that every school must have had a tough time at that time how to organize the online teaching and learning and all that. But today everybody must have found that it is a wonderful way of getting connect from all over the world. So that way a wonderful change has brought in by immediate necessity. But it is not that that this online teaching and this Google Meet and all that was not available earlier. It was available, but we had never thought of exploring it. So really what is there, I am very happy to be here over here, that lot of technological improvements are coming, are there, which we can put into our use. And by, I could see, I am very happy that Rajivji and all that, they have organized NEP and all these workshops also. There we need to, employ those features in our school curriculum also. We need to, develop the ability to, learning is very, very important. That instead of this one, if you can make the student, learn in the school, we can develop those skills which are needed. For example, that how they can thrive in the tomorrow's job, in the tomorrow's workplace. That is what is needed. And for that, in fact, we need only thing, as I told you, ability to learn. Make them interesting. Make our schools, make our education system very worldwide, whether in the school or in the institution, higher institutions also, in the cities also. We need to make it, learning should be there. Now, how learning can be brought? Now, learning, I am saying learning for learning's sake, but how learning can be brought? Now, learning cannot be prescribed by an injection or by a curriculum. What I feel personally is that learning can be only instilled in the students when we give the choice to the students. Whatever, if the student is learning something by his choice, and if you give him more and more choice, for example, NEP, that way I am very happy that new education policy has been brought, those kind of features are there, where these kind of things are now really taught and we are in the process of implementation. In that area, I'll share you our experience, because MET we had introduced many of the features of the new education policy since long. For example, suppose a student takes place admission in our business school. We do not limit him to take a course from the engineering school also, from this psychology school also. He can take a minor track subject from the language school also. That kind of freedom we have given right from the, not today, since more than 10 years we had that features. We have value-added subjects are there. We have minor tracks are there. We have the MOOC courses now. Even the that you all know that today your students can appear the lectures given by Stanford and Harvard University also. They are free of cost. No cost is there. Only thing is that you need to provide that opportunity to them in your system. That's the only thing is needed. And that, thankfully, those kind of provisions are now being introduced by NEP also. So I am very sure that way that whatever Albert Einstein's this thing I told you, that education interferes with the learning, now we can change it. That paradigm can be changed, and in that case what I feel, then we will come to the next paradigm of Nelson Mandela, where he says that education is the most powerful weapon by which we can change the world. And certainly I do believe that education is really a very powerful tool. We can change the world. For example, I have seen it from my own eyes that when we started in 1986 such BIT at Bhilai, education system at the Chhattisgarh was not that that improved that day. But the way we started to work now, in fact, and so many good schools, so many good colleges, now universities, everything is coming. Now we are having the national institutions also, IITs and IIM, all these institutions are also over here. So see, now that today Chhattisgarh is developing very fast, and one thing more I can tell you, our students have one of the best talent. Because I have interacted with the students from the various other states also and other nationalities also, I can tell you the students of Chhattisgarh are very sincere, very hardworking, and only thing is that they need to have some more confidence and more exposure to the whatever happening, new things are happening. And from that point of view, when this kind of a business expo which is there, where you can be exposed to the new technologies which can be employed to generate the interest among the student. You generate the interest in the student, let them learn on their own, and that would be the success of any enterprise. So from that particular point of view, I feel that student should not be a place to limit the growth of the student. Or any education institution should not be the place to limit the growth of the institution. It should be the place where they should be a place of discovery should be there. It's a place of, should be inspiration should be there. It should be the place of motivation should be there. It's a place should be there where the student find their passion. If we can help the student to find that passion, we all will be very, very successful. So I'm very sure that all of us who are the business leaders, who are the wonderful owners of your own domain of the expertise, we all can make better synergy, and with this wonderful occasion, you will be able to benefit by this. So once again, I hope I have not taken too much time. So I'm very thankful for this wonderful meeting all of you, and looking forward to greater interactions. Thank you.
डॉक्टर पांडे का बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद हम सबको आशीर्वचन देने के लिए। डॉक्टर साहब को धन्यवाद देने के लिए मैं चाहूंगा राहुल ब्लूम से आए और सर का सम्मान करें शॉल और श्रीफल से। श्री अभिनय जी भी आए। डॉक्टर साहब का बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद हम लोगों के लिए समय निकालने के लिए। मैं डॉक्टर साहब से गुजारिश करूंगा कुछ समय हमारे साथ और गुजारें।